good, family? Friday night. So check it. I'm looking at my YouTube watch list, and I seen an interview that I put on there must have been about 3 days ago. And it's an interview where Yvette Carnell is talking to Marc Lamont Hill. I don't know if y'all know who Marc Lamont Hill is, but he used to be on Fox and NBC and ABC. One of these mainstream media coons that used to be on, when Obama was in office. But during that purge, when the major networks got rid of all of their black Negro whisperers, Marc Lamont Hill got the boot as well. They said that it was because he said something, he made a speech at the United Nations where it sounded like he was a little bit anti-Semitic. I heard the speech, but it didn't sound anti-Semitic, but that's not the point. The point is him and Yvette were talking about A.D.O.S, slavery, and reparations. So Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore started the A.D.O.S movement, I want to say back in 2016-17, somewhere around there. And I did a little bit of thinking about it, did a lot of thinking about it actually, and that shit makes a lot of sense to me, right? I mean, there's always been the feeling that black Americans who were descended from slavery, we were our own group of people. But they just kind of, codified it. And a little bit later on, it got, it didn't get co-opted. Tariq Nasheed tried to co-opt the movement and started using the term foundational black Americans. But that's all Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. So I got with them because, as I say, that shit made the most sense to me. Me and my family and people like me who are descended from the slaves that built this fucking country, direct descendants, are owed a large amount of money, a huge amount of money. And like Yvette said, in the trillions. They owe us about $20 trillion. And that money's got to be paid out over time. I made videos about this shit way back then, talking about this very thing. But it seems to be coming back around. I mean, seeing as how we got a new president and all, or they have a new president and all, the argument is coming up again. Anyway, on this interview, Lamont is asking Yvette questions about how we're going to pay for it, and he bring up that old bullshit about A.D.O.S being anti-immigrant and all of this anti-Pan-Africanist bullshit that people like to say. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. The A.D.O.S movement, in my personal view, has absolutely nothing to do with any other group of people from any other part of the world whose skin is black and that lives in the United States. This is for us, by us. If your heart was really in the right place, you'll be rooting for us to get our reparations, because then it will make it possible for you to sue the countries who enslaved your people, and you could get your reparations from France and Great Britain and whomever else. The Portuguese, the Arabs, whoever the fuck was doing the enslaving needs to pay the descendants of the people they enslaved. And right now, the American descendants of slavery, that's us, we pushing for ours. I don't see how the fuck anybody could have a problem with that. But Marc Lamont Hill does. He don't think that reparations should be made in cash payouts. He's one of these fuckers. Marc Lamont Hill is in the black 1% or close to it. His net worth is somewhere around $1 million. The net worth of the average black person in, say, Boston or New York or Miami is less than $2,000. His net worth, and he's a second generation American because he comes from fucking Jamaica somewhere. He should be trying to get at Great Britain and Jamaica for reparations for his people down there instead of trying to prevent us from getting ours here, especially when he's doing okay. But the average black family, the middle black family, is worth less than $2,000. He should be pushing for that, but he ain't going to do that because that would mean that he would be, actually he'd be dropped down a level, wouldn't he? But no, he's a part of the fucking buffer class, and he likes that position. And they're bringing more and more immigrants into the country to increase the size of that buffer class. Because look, do the numbers. A.D.O.S. we talking 30 to 35 or 40 million people, as opposed to black immigrants. I'm going to be generous and say 10 or 15 million people. And all of them don't identify as black. So why does Marc Lamont Hill have a problem with us getting our money? Because, like I said, he want to protect his privileged position. And he want to keep his class a little bit above ours. Because it wouldn't hurt him one way or the other. Like I said, though, although he wouldn't be getting a check from the United States government every month, he'd have to sue Jamaica. And because I'm going to tell you something. You take the average Nigerian family that living in the United States. They make about 150 grand a year. The average Nigerian family. The average black family in the United States make 40 grand a year. I'm sure those numbers go right across the board with black immigrants, because a lot of times, if you didn't have no money, you wouldn't have been able to get here in the first place. And then when immigrants get here, they get with their own community and they support each other, at our expense a lot of times. They don't want their daughters marrying us. They don't want their sons fucking with us. They don't want to be mixed with all of that bullshit. It ain't as bad as it used to be, but it's still there. So, with that being said, they had this debate, and he went in typical coon style, talking about how he don't agree with cash payouts, among other things. I'm like, well, what are those other things that he don't agree with? He probably don't agree that when she said that black Americans, A.D.O.S, is not anti-immigrant. He probably don't agree with that. And he probably don't agree, like I said, that we should get money, because he wouldn't get any. So I say to him and to people who think like him, thinking like this ain't going to get none of us anywhere. Thinking like this ain't going to get none of us anywhere. But we going to keep fighting. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Second generation Americans and immigrants, black immigrants from other parts of the world who don't think we should get ours. Y'all do what y'all got to do, and we going to do what we got to do. What y'all need to be doing, though, is suing y'all home country so that y'all don't have to leave it in order to come here to find a better life. What y'all need to be doing is suing y'all home country so that y'all don't have to leave it and have to come here to get a better life. Because I'm going to tell you something. Living in the United States ain't no fucking bargain. Living in the United motherfuckers got a goddamn fucked up image of the United States. And they think that they could just come here and make it, and everything gonna be a bed of roses. It ain't. You gonna pay for every goddamn glass of clean water, every blade of fucking grass, every goddamn sip of gasoline that your car take, if you get a car, and you're gonna have to deal with these motherfucking rednecks and coons. So there's that. But I digress from that. Marc Lamont Hill is just as full of shit as you always was. Yvette, keep up the good fight. A.D.O.S, we gonna keep doing it until it get done. Because this shit is a marathon. It ain't no sprint. It's a marathon. It ain't no sprint. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this workout. It's Friday night. It's arm night, and I'm gonna make it a quick one. That's it for now, y'all. TC, and I'm out.